Hello everyone! Welcome to another session of FB Live hosted by Craftspace. Um, Today is a very wet day. Yeah, it has been raining the whole day. So I hope that you all are at the same time. Please take care of yourself as well as do take note that if it is not necessary, please do not go out. Yeah, because it's very heavy rain outside. So while you are staying at home, might as well you join Craftspace and myself, yeah, to do a little bit of Christmas decoration using recyclable materials. So today is the third week that we are doing our Christmas decoration. So we have been accumulating our Christmas decoration since the beginning of December, yeah, the first week of December. We did Christmas tree, right? And then after that, we did, last week, we did something else. I can't remember. Oh, gingerbread man. Yeah. We had our little helper that do it together with us. Yeah. So this week, we are going to do something else using a plastic bottle. Yeah. The first 2 weeks we have been using cardboard. So this week we are using plastic bottles. I'm pretty sure your house has a lot of all this. Okay, so we are going to make a Christmas bell that you can use to decorate for your Christmas party. All right, so let's go through the materials. First and foremost, for those of you who have pre-registered with us, thank you very much. I am pretty sure that you have already received the material list beforehand, yeah? So hopefully you have already prepared all the materials. For those of you who have just joined us, now we will go through the materials as well, okay? So first and foremost, we need 2 bottles, okay? We only need the top half, okay? So you can cut it off. Try to get those bottles that is as round as possible if can, because it will make it look nicer. Otherwise, any types of bottle will do. It doesn't matter what size. You can have different sizes as well. Yeah, so like for us, we are taking one 500 ml one and one 1.5 liter bottle. So we have 2, right? So we put this one side. And then after that, we will need some ribbons, assorted sizes. Okay, so it doesn't matter what size you have because we can actually wrap it a few more rounds if needed. All right, so this is one. And then we will need yarn. Okay, so if let's say you do not have yarn, you can you can use the thinner type of ribbon or string. It's fine too, but do not use thread because thread will be too thin. All right, it's very difficult for you to stick. And then we will need pencil and eraser. Okay, so pencil and eraser. Of course, we will need our best companion, scissors as well as cutter. Now, these are sharp objects. If you need help from the adult, please make sure you ask help, yeah? Of course, we will need hot glue gun, or you can use Yoo-hoo glue as well. So that is one thing. Colored papers. If you have different colors, it will be helpful too. So you can decorate it, yeah? And of course, if let's say you have those unwanted or slightly damaged Christmas decorations, yeah, you can also prepare them. Let me just show you. You can have those ornaments, yeah. So these are our broken ornaments. So today I'm going to use all this rather than just throw it away, okay? So basically that is what we need. Of course, there are also other options. If let's say you need to paint them, you can also paint them. But for us, we are not going to paint them. We are going to use the bottle as it is so that you can see the difference. All right. But if let's say you want to paint, feel free to go ahead. All right. Okay. So I think we are ready. First and foremost, we need to cut our plastic bottle. Right. Like I mentioned, we only need the top half. Probably 1/3 of your bottle is good enough. All right. So how do you cut it? First and foremost, if let's say you have a full bottle like this, you need to use a cutter to make a hole first, all right? So let's make a hole quickly, and then after that you can use scissors to cut it off. Okay, so let's quickly do this. Now cutting plastic is quite dangerous because the plastic can be sharp, yeah. So you have to be very careful and do not rush it. Now once you cut it, you need to trim it also so that it is not sharp when you touch them, right? So let's quickly trim it. Right, so we put one side those that we have cut, and make sure when you touch it, it is not pointy. Right. Okay, so this is done. The next one. So this one is already half because this is the leftover from other projects. We use the bottom half. Now today I'm using the top half, so we don't waste. Yeah, we don't waste. Okay, so let's quickly cut this and trim it more so that it is safe to touch around. All right, so I have two, one big, one small. Okay, so next thing is we need to decorate this bottle first. Now, like I mentioned, if let's say you want to paint them, it's fine. So you can paint the surface inside out also can to make it your favorite color. But when you paint it, you have to paint both sides, yeah, so that it looks nicer. For me, I am not going to paint, but I am going to stick with ribbon. So where and how I will stick, I will do it at the bottom here. Right? So let me just show. I have few designs, few what you call that? Sizes, yeah, for the ribbon. This one is a slightly thicker one. It's about 2.5 inch. So this is where I am going to stick them at the bottom. Okay. Right. So let's put a little bit of glue. Not so much, yeah, because hot glue and plastic water doesn't really it's not really a match make yeah in heaven, yeah, because it will melt the chocolate the plastic bottle. So you just put a little bit so that it just cover, right, and then continue on. Okay, to put a little bit more top and bottom so that it will stick. Okay, and then you can cut off the ribbon. Right, so this is one. Right, now of course, if let's say you want to decorate this part, you can too. Yeah, you want to decorate this part, you can too. This part, you can choose to have the bottle on, the cap on, or you can remove the cap as well. It's up to you. Right, so we will do without the cap. Right, so one is done. Next thing, we will take another one. Now this one I will do slightly smaller because this is a smaller bottle. So this one I will just wrap it. Okay. Let me just measure it first so that I will know how much to stick. All right, then I cut it off. Okay, this one to one side. Next, we will just put glue. Yeah. Stick it over, but I am going to overlap it later because it's such a small bottle. So too big may not look good on it. Okay. All right. So a little bit of glue at a time. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. And then I'm going to cover it, put it inside and cover it. Okay, and stick it over. So let's put glue first on the inside part of the ribbon. And then fold it downwards, yeah, fold it downwards. But be careful because it is hot. Okay, and then continue on until the end. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, so this is done, right? So both of it is done. So next, we remove the cap for this as well. And then I am going to wrap ribbon here as well so that we can cover this. You can remove this ring if you do not need it, yeah. Otherwise, you can keep it on so that you can tie yarn over it so that you can hang, right? So I will keep this ring on because I will need to tie the yarn over it later. Okay. So let's do the yarn first. Now this yarn, if you choose to remove the ring, because the ring may be dangerous, so if let's say you choose to remove it, all you need to do is you wrap your yarn and tie a dead knot, yeah? Wrap around the this part, okay? And then tie a dead knot. Then it will stay there. Okay, so let's just, one of it I will just cut it off, the other one I will just keep it on because this one is loose. So I will remove this. Right. Okay. Now this one, again, is plastic. So you can use it to make decoration as well, yeah. Okay, so you just remove this. These are very dangerous material because there are a lot of cases whereby when you drink from plastic bottles, right, this one actually accidentally drop from this part. Yeah, so that's why you have to be very careful with this, right? So we put this one side, and then after that you can wrap this on. Okay, so you may want to wrap it a few rounds so that it is strong, and please make sure you wrap it tight. Okay, you can tie it like 2-3 times, yeah. Tie dead knots. So I am going to tie it 3 times, okay, like this. And then the other side, I will tie it as well. Let's tie it here so that it will stay. Okay, so 1 time, 2 times. Right. And 1 more time. Okay. So by now, you should have this, like this. Okay? Doesn't matter if, let's say, now it's like this. Later on, we are going to decorate it and make it nice. So next thing is we need to wrap this part with, you can use ribbon, you can use paper, it's up to you. Right? So we will use different color. So I am going to use this color. Any color ribbon will do. Okay. So when you wrap, make sure this yarn that you tied just now is on top. Okay. So it's facing upwards. So you wrap together with this. So what you can do is you can put a little bit of glue so that you can hold on the yarn can actually stick onto the bottle first, okay, like this, okay, so it will stick it on first, then you wrap it, okay. So let's put a little bit of glue and then start wrapping with your ribbon. Now this one you can wrap it few rounds depending, because if let's say your ribbon is the small type, then of course you will need to wrap it few more rounds, yeah. Okay. So one round is done. I am going to wrap the other round as well. Let me just cut it off. Okay. Put a little bit of glue so that it stays. Okay, and then after that you can wrap another round. Okay. So next round, same place we start. Put a little bit of glue. And then after that, you just wrap it. Right? So continue to wrap until the end so that it covers the screw part. Okay. So you do the same for the other one as well. Okay. Then after that, cut off whatever that you do not need. So. Okay. So first one is done. Okay. Next, we will go to the other one. Now at this point, it's a little bit messy because you have to manage your ribbon. At the same time, you have to manage your yarn, yeah. But don't worry, you have to do it slowly. Just make sure your yarn is facing upwards. So put a little bit of glue onto the bottle and then stick it upwards. Right? And then after that, you can start wrapping it. So this one, I am going to use a different color ribbon. So light blue it is. So, yeah. A door? You can make a door, actually. But we are not making a door today. We are making a bell. Not Annabelle, yeah, but bell, just bell. All right. So, again, we will wrap it. Cut a little bit. Make sure we have enough. So I will need 2, so let's measure it first. Okay, then we will put this one side. All right. So again, we will put glue onto the bottom and then start sticking it. All right. Put more glue along the way. It's still hot, yeah. For those of you who are using hot glue gun, just be very, very careful. It's very, very hot. So don't rush to complete, right? Safety first. Okay, so put a little bit more glue at the end there so that it will stick. Okay, one layer is done, so we are going to do the second layer. This you can actually overlap it if it's too long. Okay. All right. A little bit more. And we are done. Okay, so just let it dry because it's still very, very hot and it's still very wet. So once it is dry, then it will look like this. Okay, next step, we will need to decorate the bottle. Okay, so if let's say you have bling stickers, for example, and you are not planning to paint this, you can start to stick bling stickers. Yeah, if let's say you do not have bling stickers, you can use paper, and then if let's say you have those round shape puncher, you can also punch out all the round shape and then start sticking it over, right? So it is really, really up to you how you want to decorate it, or you can use marker to draw, or you can use acrylic paint to draw the circles or any other shapes that you want. All right, so we will leave it as it is. All right, and then next thing is we need to put, bell, right? Inside there, there's a tiny little ball, right? So that is the one that we are going to do now. So we are going to use this for the center part. Now this is tricky because we need to make sure that it moves, all right? And it cannot be too in, cannot be too out. It has to be a little bit, probably half of it out of the bottle, okay? Something like this. So what we do is we will stick either ribbon over it, or you can stick yarn over it as well, all right? So it is really up to you. So what we do is we will take yarn, and then after that we will stick it all the way to the top here, right? So we will stick it onto the ball first. Now, if let's say you do not have this type of ball, you can actually use the other type that is usually what we take to decorate our Christmas trees. Yeah, so that type also can, right? So let's take a little bit of yarn. Let me just measure. Right, and then after that, put a little bit of hot glue. And then after that, I am going to stick this on. So to make a string out of it. Okay, let it dry. We do the other one as well. Right. So if let's say you have two sides of the bell, then you need two of this, because one for one bell. Right. Okay. So once done, it will look like this, both sides. Because my bell, one is big, one is small, so that's why I need it one short and one long, right? Now, later on we can actually cut off whatever that we do not need, yeah, the yarn. Okay, next thing is you put your yarn into the bottle and hold it up, and then you pull until where you want it to stop. Okay, so for example, for me, I want it here. Okay, so I will just, either you tie, or you can actually just stick the yarn at the top here, where my finger is. Okay, so you just stick it at the side. Okay, so to be on the safe side, we put a little bit of glue from the inside, yeah, from the inside of the bottle, and then we will stick our yarn, half of it. Then we hold. Okay. Okay. So one side is done. So we just have to hold on to it, make it dry, let it dry, and put it down first. Okay, next side, same. So take this and then put it inside and measure how far away you want it to be. I guess this one is a little bit too small. Perhaps I should change. If let's say you have a different size bottle, you can put one bigger ball compared to the other. Okay, that it will look nicer, right? So this one, let's put a little bit of blue as well. And just stick it on and let it dry. Simple as that. Okay. So once dry, you can actually trim off all the unwanted yarn, but make sure this do not trim it off, yeah. This one you need to keep it, but all these other small shorter ones you can actually trim it off already, okay? Not this. If you trim off this one, you can't tie, you can't hang anymore. Okay, so let's trim off all the unwanted yarns. If you want to tie knots just to make sure it stays, then you can also tie it. Yeah, so cut off all the tails once you tie it. Okay, so this one also we will tie. Okay, and then cut off the extra tail. Right. So far, so good, everyone? Okay, so far, so good? Yeah? So this is the progress so far. Next thing is we need to decide how long we want the two bell to be together. If you have a same size, you can stick together like this. Okay, you can stick together like this. All right. If let's say you have different size, you have more choices, you can stick together like this, or you can stick it one longer, one above of each other. Okay, one is above, one is at the bottom. Okay, so it depends on how you want to, how you want to stick it together. Okay, so or you can do like this. It looks good too, right? So it depends. Should I put the small one on top or should I put the big one on top? Let me see. What do you think? Which one is nicer? Okay, so this is the big one is on top, small one is at the bottom. Or we can have the small one on top and big one at the bottom. Or we can have it side by side. Okay. I think like I will put it like this. Okay. So if let's say you want it to be different sizes, different length, then you need to make sure you tie the part where you want it to be connected. Okay. So what you do is make a bunny ear loop and then put the whole thing in and then just tie a knot to it. And there you go. Okay, then now you can still hang it. And now what we do is we will decorate this side, these two, right? So what can we do? We can put mistletoe, you can put flowers, anything. We can even put ribbons. If let's say we have different color ribbons, we can put also. So today what I have with me, I have some flowers and I have some pine, pine, yeah, that's called. And we have some red cherry, what we call as mistletoe as well. Yeah. So this is what I am going to take, and I have some leftovers. Well, what we call as the rejected pile of decorations. So we may use them as well. So let's see where can we put. Right. So this we put it one side first. Let's see. Do we have other colors? Some stars as well. So let's see how we are going to decorate it. Alright. Now, if let's say you do not have all this, doesn't matter. You can always make it, okay? Or you can cut it as well. Or you can draw, and then after that, you can use your paper, draw and cut and stick. Alright. Now, we are also going to draw this type of leaf. Yeah, this is one of the sample. So basically, how big it is up to you. How many also is up to you. But usually what we do is we will put 2 or 3 of this type of leaf. Yeah. So what you do is you just do from one point to another, curve in, curve in, curve in, curve in. Yeah, and curve in. Just keep curving in, and then you join it at the top. So I am going to draw 3 of this with papers. Okay, so let's see. I will just use some green paper. And then after that, I would just trace it. Now, when you draw this on a paper, or if let's say you want to draw on any papers, make sure you do not draw in the middle of the paper, yeah? Because I know kids, right? You all like to draw things in the middle of the paper. So if let's say you draw in the middle, you have to cut from the side, okay? Whichever side, you have to cut all the way to the middle. And the whole piece of paper is gone. You can't use it anymore, okay? So always start at the side. Always start at the side. So you only cut this part out. And then you still have the rest of the paper to use it, right? So this is always, when we do sessions or when we do any craft workshops, this is what we always tell the kids. Do not draw it in the middle, right? Okay, so since I need 3, I cut out a piece of the paper and then I fold it 3 fold. And then after that, I draw my leaf. And then now I cut. In order for me to save some time, yeah. So since I already folded it 3 fold, so when I cut, I will cut straight away 3 at the same time, right? So let's cut this. Quickly. The other side. This one, it doesn't matter how big or how small you want it. It's up to you. But of course, the big one, if let's say you have a big bottle, so it will be advisable to do slightly bigger so that you can see. If it is too small, you can't really see, yeah? Okay, so this one, we put it one side and throw it away already. Okay, so 3, we have done. Right? So this one, what you do, you can actually stick it, depending on how you want to stick it. You can stick it here. Okay, let's decorate it a little bit. Okay, yeah. Or you can stick it on the other side as well. Let me see which one is better. Okay, so I am going to use it for the big bottle, right? So we stick it at the big bottle, like this, right? So we just put a little bit of blue, stick one side, the other one, another side, and then this one I will put it on top, like this. Okay. So this is how it looks like. Now here I am going to put 3 red cherry. So I will cut off 3. These are the rejected ones because it's stuck to each other. So I am going to pull it out, 3 of it. Okay, and then I am going to cut it off and stick it on. Now we love doing our decorations, especially for the festive season, because it is unique and you won't have the same one as other people. Yeah. So what we do is we just need to make sure that we find the right angle for us to stick it so that we only see the nice side up, right? So let's see, this side is ugly, so we are going to stick it like this. Right, so let's put a little bit of glue. And then we can start sticking it. And the other one, like this. See? So one is done. Hold it so that the glue can stick. Okay. Right. And then the other side, we can put the pine. Okay. Or if, let's say, you do not want to put pine, you can put flowers if you have. Because my bottle is small, so I can't put something that is too big. So I will put something that is like this. Just a little bit, right? So let's stick it on. Okay. Now, where do you find all this pine? They sell. If let's say you can't find, or if let's say you don't have the old ones from your Christmas tree, okay, then you can actually also do something like this for the other one, right? So this one is actually from our old Christmas tree. So we put it out. Okay, stick it on, let it dry. And then after that, you can decorate the middle part. So for this one, okay, for this one, we will put something sparkly, probably. Let's see. Okay. So we will put something like this here. Or should we put the star? Let me see. Which one is nicer? A star? Too small. I think this is good. Yeah. So let's put this onto here. Right? So hold it. Make sure it is hardened before you remove. Otherwise, then it will drop. Okay. Right? So far, it's like this. If let's say you want to make it more elaborate, you can actually add a little bit more things over this side. Okay, let me see first. How does it look like for now? I am going to add a little bit more thing here so that we can cover it some. Maybe I'll add some flowers. Yeah, but this is a little bit too big. Let me see what else do I have. First and foremost, I will stick my yarn so that it wouldn't move. I don't want it to move too much. Okay. Right. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit more glue here. Okay. We'll cover a little bit more this side, I think, or this side. Put a little bit more of the flower and see. Okay. Okay. Let me see whether I have a smaller flower. No, it's too big. So we will remain using this. Okay. So we just put a little bit here. Or maybe we can put a little bit here. Let's just see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Basically, you can actually stop if let's say you want to be simple and nice. Otherwise, you can actually add on a little bit more items, yeah, to make it look nicer. Okay, so if let's say you want to add ribbons, more ribbons, you can actually tie bows. Yeah, I don't have the red color ribbon here with me, but if let's say you have red color, it will look nice too, or golden color ones. Yeah. So what you need to do is tie a bow ribbon, yeah. So make two bunny ear loops, overlap them. The one at the bottom, bring it over and through the hole, and then after that you just tie it, pull it, and then tie. So this ribbon you can add on anywhere you want as well. Okay. Let's see whether it will look good. You can put it at the bottom too if you want. Okay. Otherwise, then you can put it at the top. Anywhere. I think bottom is good. Here is good actually. Yeah. So any colors will do. But if it is shiny ones, if you have those shiny type, or with a side that is a little bit shiny one, it will look good too. All right. So let's put one here. Quickly cut it off. Now decorating this part is actually up to you, and you can decorate up to your liking, yeah. You don't have to necessarily follow exactly what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, the objective of the workshop is actually to make sure that you add on your own creativity. Okay? There you go. Let's pull out all the spider web. Sticking all over this. Okay, so you can actually opt to have one that is elaborate enough, or you can actually do two, one one size or two different sizes. It's up to you. And if let's say you have those old Merry Christmas tag, you can actually stick it on as well. So creativity, or your possibility is actually endless on how you want to do it, right? So you can even do this and give it away as Christmas gift. Yeah. So it's a very nice, if let's say you have a lot of different color ribbons or ornaments, you can actually do different designs, yeah. Then it will look a little bit more different and unique for each one. And then after you can hang it like this. If you do on a smaller bottle, you can actually hang it on a tree. But if let's say you do with a big bottle, it will be good if let's say you hang it on the wall or on your door as well. Okay, so there you go, your own Christmas bell, right? So next time we don't need to buy bell, right? So we can just make it ourselves. Okay, of course this bell doesn't ring, it doesn't make sound. It makes sound, but it's not those like bell sound. Yeah. Okay, but it will look nice. All right, so I hope you have fun making your own bell. So please make sure you share with us your final masterpiece, yeah, because we would love to see how you decorate your bell. Definitely it will be different. Okay, so let's clear off all the other materials. All right. Okay, so today will be the workshop about Christmas bell. Now next week we will not have any workshop because it is on a Christmas day, and after a little bit of discussion with our team, we see that maybe you will be very busy on that day. All right, so that is why we will not have the workshop next week, but we will be resuming our workshop the week after. All right, so please stay tuned to the post on Facebook. If let's say you have not followed us, please make sure you do follow us on our Facebook at CraftSpaceMY, so that you can actually get more details on our upcoming workshops. All right. At the same time, at this point of time, we are also having workshop at the Curve Shopping Mall. Right. So some of you have already come over and did a little bit of workshops together with us. If let's say you have time, we are still going to be there next week until 2nd, yeah, 2nd of January. So from tomorrow onwards until 2nd of January, every Saturday, Sunday, as well as Eve of Christmas. Oh, I can't wait for Chinese New Year. Again, another month of endless possibility in terms of decoration. Yeah. So once we remove all the Christmas decorations, we are going to put up our Chinese New Year decorations. Yeah. So that is why. So I will repeat. We will be at the Curve from tomorrow until 2nd of January, every Saturday and Sunday, as well as the eve of Christmas and New Year. All right. So we will be there from 12 to 1:30 p.m. Please make sure you come and join us and say hi if let's say you are nearby, so that we get to meet. I will be there. For those of you who are joining us tomorrow at the party, hopefully you're as excited as us, because the team here at Craft Space is actually very, very busy at this point of time, preparing for tomorrow. So please make sure you dress your best when you come here, and make sure you have a lot of rest today so that you can enjoy tomorrow better, right? With that, my name is Joey. I hope that you will have a great weekend ahead. For those of you who are traveling, please make sure you take care and drive safe, because the road is wet. Yeah. If possible, stay home and do crafts. Prepare a lot of decorations. Share it with us. Tag us if you want. Yeah. So that we will be able to also share your masterpiece on our page. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Otherwise, the week after Christmas. With that, I will wish you Merry Christmas in advance. Hope that you will have lots of fun time celebrating it with your loved ones, and also eat a lot of wonderful, yummy food. All right. So I'll see you again. Bye.